This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle Team in association with Matt Lindsay and Marbella with the first direct arena here in Leeds. With me, I've got Luke Campbell, scored a unanimous decision victory over Argenis Mendez, capturing the WBC silver title. You recovered well from that early knockdown.
Yeah, I mean, there was no recovery needed really. You know, it was I leaned back when I should have moved my feet, and he hit me with a right hand down the middle, and he just knocked me right onto my back, off my balance. Got straight up. I was just more pissed off with it really, because it's a knockdown and all that. But I got up completely fine, and I went on to win the rest of the fight every round, no problem.
This was touted as quite a bit of a dangerous fight for you.
Yeah.
Some people I spoke to said this is a fight that you could have easily have lost tonight. Mendez is recognised as what he is, and that showed earlier on. But you keep wanting to sort of push yourself and put yourself into fights like these.
Yeah, no, definitely. We knew it was going to be a awkward, horrible fight. He's tall. He's a very technical fighter. But we broke his jaw in the fourth round. So from then he just went really like, won't giving me nothing, and it made it frustrating. I apologise to the fans because it wasn't a very entertaining fight. It was more of you had to be smart, switched on, and I didn't want to force it. He wasn't giving me nothing, so I had to I didn't really get out of second gear, which really, but he wouldn't allow me to get out of second gear really, because I had to stay smart, because he's a smart fighter, he's a world-class fighter, and it was just a technical fight, 12 rounds, no problem, and like you say, it was just getting in there and winning each round against a world-class fighter.
I spoke to you about this before the Sykes win, and asked you about, was the British title something that was on your radar, or is it possible you could sort of skip through that and sort of move on to world honours, or that sort of level? Where are you at the moment with that? Is that still in your plans that you'd want to win a British title?
I wish it was, but it's not particularly now. I would have stayed if Scotty Cardell would have took the fight with me. We would have gone. I would have loved to have boxed for the British title, but obviously he didn't want to take the fight with me, so we moved on and we got the WBC silver title, climbed up the ladder again in the WBC, and we're in the top 10 in the world now in the rankings. So I always want to push forward. I don't want to stay. Like I said, everyone said, "Oh, credit to you for taking this fight. He's a dangerous fighter. He's a good fighter." But a good opportunity for us, and we got in there, and it was a very technical game of chess fight, and it was what it was, and I won every round.
I think it's more so that since the Mendez defeat, you haven't taken a backward step and tried to have a couple of warm-ups or easy fights. You went straight into the Sykes fight and now into Mendez. So the
thing was with that fight, the Mendez fight, it wasn't like, oh, taking a backward step. It wasn't to address my ability or anything like that. It's, I've been there, I've been to the Mendez fight, and I've said 1,000 times it wasn't me going into that fight feeling good, feeling strong. It was a faded shadow of myself getting in the ring that night. So that being said, I know in myself it's not my ability and the way I prepare and work hard. So I want to keep moving forward and keep climbing the ladder.
What's next for you then? Moving forward?
We'll sit down with Eddie and George, and we'll see what's next. This year for me is all about just the grind. It's all about staying as busy as possible in the gym, working, learning as much as I possibly can with George, keep working on things and being out there as much as possible. I want to climb that ladder. I want to establish myself this year, and next year I want to be fighting for world titles.
I mean, we've obviously got Anthony Crolla defending against KUGAN and Unanimous, which is a massive and a difficult fight for Anthony on the 24th of September. But this is sort of the sort of level now you're sort of keeping an eye on ahead of next year and hopefully getting a world title shot.
Sure, yeah. Definitely. This is what I want to do this year. Like I say, I want to stay as busy as possible, and I want to be out as much as possible, fighting and climbing the ladder. And because these are the fights that I want to be involved in next year. I want to be in the big fights with these guys, and I'm just getting ready now. Like, this was a great fight tonight. Good learning curve against a very awkward, tricky fighter, and I did the job on him every round. And let's move forward again. Let's see who's out there. Sit down with Eddie, and you know, I'll fight anyone. I just want to keep progressing, keep learning, and I want to be the best.
What did your trainer say about your performance?
Yeah, he was really happy with it. He knew it was going to be awkward, very technical fight, and you know, we had to. He kept telling me how to watch the right hand because that's all the guy wanted to do. He wanted to draw me onto the right hand all the time, so we was aware of that, and you know, just stay focused, and be a little bit more busier. But you know, it was like I say, it was against a top fighter, and it was a good win tonight.
Listen, congratulations on that win tonight. And I keep staring at that poster. It looks. Why does it look funny?
Probably because I'm just in some underpants. That was straight after the Olympics 4 years ago. So.
Why is it in here?
Why is it in here, Mike?
A young lad called Evan. It's his birthday. And look, he's going to sign it for his birthday.
Okay, so
He was going to. Well, he's not going to do it anymore.
I was going to.
Oh.
So I'm signing it for a young lad, yeah.
Well, just sign it now. So
Sure.
he knows that you
His name's
signed
just
it.
on there, look, Evan, I'll put it there.
Okay.
EVAN.
Just so he knows that you've signed it. You look no different from that.
4 years on, no?
No different whatsoever.
It's because I had a shave the other day. There we go.
Yeah. Nice one, Evan.
Yep.
All right, listen, thanks for giving us a bit of your time, and we'll
Thank
catch
you.
up with you soon.
Cheers,
All right,
appreciate
thanks,
that.
Luke.